Amstel Gold Race 5 pour l'équipe Tour de TDT-Unibet. Notez que c'est la première fois que cette équipe TDT participe à une épreuve World Tour et ils ne font pas de la figuration.
Nee, dit is vet.
Het is een beetje zo'n Facebook-evenement wat je op openbaar zet en dat er opeens toch wel tering veel mensen staan. Holy fuck.
The evolution of this team is like no other team that I'm aware of at all.
As you can see, our team nowadays is still like, people can call it like small. But I think that's also the fun part of our journey because we are always knowing what's gonna be our next step.
Daar komt hij, daar komt hij, daar komt hij.
This is the story about our team.
Ridiculous. I was like, it feels like something in like a film.
A team that wants to put the world of professional cycling upside down a bit.
Was het zo bizar?
Belachelijk. Belachelijk.
Podium
Krijgen jullie toch altijd voor elkaar?
Nee, wij. Wat hebben wij voor elkaar? En het mooiste is... Het gaat gewoon door. Ja, dat was de eerste keer. Het is niet de laatste keer, het is de eerste keer. Nee. Het is niet dat het nu eindigt.
Nee. It's a dream. It's like bringing this to the Tour de France is like an ultimate dream.
Maar Bas, is dit nou een beetje een uit de hand gelopen grap aan het worden?
Ze willen in 2026 naar de Tour de France. Dat is natuurlijk de grootste flauwekul die er mogelijk is.
We're not quite an average professional sports team.
Komt hij hoor met zijn camera. Dit moet er weer, dit moet er weer.
We are a team that started with a trip to the Tour de France, made by 3 friends and a camera.
Deze tellen we, tik hem aan.
That's me, Bas Tietema.
I'm Bas, former professional cyclist, YouTuber and owner of the Unibet Tietema Rockets.
This is Josse, the oldest one.
Bon appetit. Congrats. Thank you, thank you. Ook voor de veldwinnaars hebben honger, hè?
My name is Josse, apparently still a part-time YouTuber, but most of my time is dedicated to building a team that one day should ride the Tour de France.
And this is Devin. You don't see him a lot on screen, because most of the time he's behind the camera.
It all started with a YouTube challenge, and now we're here, 28 years old and owner of a professional cycling team.
The 3 of us went to the biggest cycling race in the world to make videos for our YouTube channel named Tour de Tietema.
Who are you? My name is Bas. We make YouTube series.
The goal was simple. We had to complete challenges submitted by our viewers.
De regel voor iedere ploeg: een stapel pizza's.
Wie dat de beste voetballer is in het peloton.
The only things we had were 2 tents, a borrowed van, a borrowed camera and our guts.
You need a car accreditation to be there.
Oh, we don't have.
Even nog in de koelkast.
Ja, een beetje nice.
We were pizza delivery service for the riders.
Ik heb honger alvast.
We made Tadej Pogacar sing.
Parents dancing, now they screaming from the side to hear Pogacar singing.
Imitated riders.
Dit is echt gewoon een renner van die erg, hè?
Ja, maar die eerste bike is wel, hè?
And organized the annual wheelie contest.
Riders started recognizing us.
Do you think I look like him a bit?
You look like shit.
From that point on, we were part of the peloton.
22 is de record.
23 en wie heeft daar?
Bon amour.
We quickly became the largest Dutch YouTube channel about cycling.
It's arguably the top 3 most successful cycling YouTube channels, and it's not even in English.
After some sponsors showed interest in working with our channel, we decided to start our own team called Tour de Tietema Cycling Team. The 3 of us went on bike adventures and raced at the lowest level.
Emotioneel, jongen.
Nee, dat is regen.
After a year of hard training, I got myself a contract at a professional cycling team.
Ik heb een contract gekregen.
And I got the chance to fulfill my childhood dream, riding Paris-Roubaix.
Fucking hell, jongen.
Ik heb toch een
Devin, Josse and myself are really excited about taking our own team to the professional level. We didn't just want to make videos about professional cycling, we wanted to be part of it. We pitched our plans to Unibet and they said, let's do it.
So it's TDT-Unibet, I think the team's called.
Yep.
Go from not existing to pro team in 2 years? What the heck?
We signed talented riders and staff.
Ja, het voelt goed. Het voelt echt goed, hier binnen.
Who are driven to join us on this mission. Our dream? Taking this team to where it all started for us. The Tour de France.
Nou, ik ben wel vrolijk over het niveau van iedereen.
Ons niveau zegt helemaal geen
deze dag.
Oui guys, déjà scratch. Grosse chute là, énorme chute dans l'emballage final.
So people will judge the team in a different way than we think it should be.
This shit.
We are the Rockets.
One to the front.
Wat wil je doen? Ga even hurken, toch?
6 in the back, 5 in the front.
Do we need to hold like this? Like this?
These guys never been in the football team, because otherwise, the first row.
You can immediately tell. It's not a football team.
Ja.
2, 3.
Ah, come on.
Obviously the coach can cry, guys.
Okay, now serious.
It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Everybody watch out. Watch out now.
That was a good one. No, close it. The former riders from last year, they gave me a nickname. They call me Le Fossile of Bordeaux. Am I happy with it? It means I'm old. But actually, I'm also thankful that you give me that nickname because maybe it's my experience and the results I had in the past. My new nickname, you already mentioned, is Rocket Rob. If we look as a rocketeer, as rockets to the galaxy, if we dare to look, then we know this year, I'm serious, that's why I'm a little bit now, maybe emotional. This year we have to make the biggest step ever. We don't shoot to the moon as a rocketeer. We have a clear goal. That's Paris. But this year, Paris can be blurry because of the hard way to get there. But the goal is clear. We're gonna have setbacks, thunderstorms. We're gonna have big classics. Maybe we will spoil one. Maybe we will spoil the first one. We will get those setbacks. Are we ready for that? How far will our talents reach to come to the dream?
Cycling is a crazy sport. It's a team sport. Yet only one rider stands on the podium. It's a freaking dangerous sport.
Een auto! Nee! Nee, dit geloof je toch niet?
It's a sport where details, science and innovation decide who wins. It's one of the most traditional sports in the world, built on romance, history and bureaucracy, which can be hard to explain to those who don't love cycling. Cycling has shaped me into who I am. As a young boy I dreamed of racing, traveling the world as part of a development team. But it also frustrated me. It's a world full of narrow-minded people, more focused on protecting their own little piece of it than on growing the sport. Whether it's doping, how teams engage with fans, or how team managers treat their riders. To me, top-level sports are about bringing people along for the ride, inspiring them, and keeping them on the edge of their seats. The real goal is to create stories together, entertain and inspire.
Dat is precies dat ik het droom ben, dus
to make dreams come true. That's how Tour de Titema was born. And that's why we started our cycling team back in 2022, to do it our way.
It's the goal to see me in the Tour de France.
The road to the Tour de France is long, almost impossible, but we dare to dream big.
Kijk nou uit, jij moet nog fietsen voor het seizoen.
Is dit wat?
Zeker. Looking at where we came from, TDT was a media company at that time, employing cameramen. Then, in a time period of 2 months, we started building a professional sports organization from the ground up.
We actually started as a continental team just 2 years ago.
The first thing people said to us was, why? Why are you guys starting a cycling team?
Your videos are great, you just started to make money out of it, just continue like that. A cycling team is not that easy, you're just gonna make a lot of problems for yourself.
They were right. By all those means. I first started looking for money. There were a few sponsors that we had that said, okay, we'll continue to give you a year and see how you go. But I don't think they were big fans of the idea. And then Unibet really stepped in and said, okay, we're gonna make this happen.
My first task was to call riders. I think the first one I called was Hartijs de Vries.
Ja, inderdaad.
I told him that we were building up a cycling team with the ambition to take part in the biggest races in the near future.
Ik dacht dat een diploma komt ophalen van ze.
Zo is het toch?
Ja, hallo,
Dit is toch even een moment in je leven.
I'm Hartijs de Vries, 28 years old, and it's my third team already with the team. De ene zal iets verder staan dan de ander, maar ik denk wel dat je elkaar zeg maar, mee kan nemen naar een hoger niveau. Yeah, I was interested in the whole project and I already followed like Tour de Tietema at that time, and I was quite confident that it could be a success, and I think maybe I was right. I think we already started with quite a group of riders. Quite some of them are still here.
We signed 12 riders, including myself, and appointed Julia as our sports manager.
What I remembered from the first year of the team.
Jordi!
Jordi! Nee?
Hier rijdt iemand. Kom Davide! Oh ja, ik ben de enige vrouw hier.
Afstand?
Ja, weet ik.
Maar...
Soms is wielrennen best wel bijzonder, hè? Dat je de ene dag goed bent en de andere dag dat het in één keer helemaal niks is.
We started really at the bottom as a continental level and we raced a lot of Dutch and Belgian races with only 12 riders at that moment.
We were the new kids on the block, the odd ones out, the YouTube team. But we quickly showed that we matter and our first professional win proved it.
Gaat Tour de Tietema-Unibet hier een hele grote vis pakken, velden.
I tell you what, well, I'm happy for you guys with that win in ZLM as well. Like really, oh, thank you so much. So nice to see that. Like really, I think a lot of people were.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Dat is een mooi compliment. Die.
Dat raakt je.
Ja, ik vind ja. So from 23 to 24, it was quite a big development.
Tour de Tietema, dat is een wielerploeg van nog maar een jaar oud. Maar ze worden volgend jaar al een pro-continentaal team. En dan zijn ze maar 1 niveau verwijderd van de absolute top.
So the biggest change from 23 to 24 is that we grew from 12 riders to 21 riders.
All the riders became professional cyclists, so they're full-time now.
We had to grow immense in staff, race calendar, materials.
Overnight, basically, the company grew from 35 to 80 people.
No, that's not really a common step, I can tell you.
And it also meant that we were able to receive wildcards for the World Tour races.
Onze allereerste World Tourkoers, de Amstel Gold Race.
Een opvallende verschijning op de markt in Maastricht. Tour de Tietema. De ploeg is nog maar een paar maanden professioneel en meteen mogen ze van start in de Amstel Gold Race.
We asked all our fans to come together to the Geulemerberg.
And that was the first time we saw our online community came to life as fans of our team. And what happened there was one of the highlights of my life.
Die bocht op weg naar de Geulemerberg. De zee van geluid, een beetje zoals die Hollandse bocht op de Alpe d'Huez.
Als je echt een grote wedstrijd kunt rijden, volgens bijvoorbeeld de Ronde van Vlaanderen, Roubaix. Ja, de droom is natuurlijk Tour de France natuurlijk. En dat zou geweldig zijn en daar gaan we hard aan werken.
Yeah, the dream of us and then Tour de Tietema and then the dream of the Rockets ultimately is to participate in the Tour de France, which would be a very full circle thing coming from doing the Tour de France as the 3 guys making a video series and then riding it with your own team. I think that's one of the most unique stories in professional cycling there is.
But how can a Pro Tour team like us take part in the Tour de France? Each year, 176 riders take part in the Grand Tours like the Tour de France. They are split across 22 teams. 18 teams are guaranteed to take part every year. These are the World Tour teams, like Visma Leasebike and UAE Emirates. The other 4 teams come from the Pro Tour. 2 spots go to the best performing pro teams from the year before. The final 2 spots are wildcards. The organization can give these to any Pro Tour team they choose. To take part in a World Tour race, we need to get a wildcard from the organizers. The tricky part about wildcards is that there's no one clear way to get them.
You really need to understand the political system within cycling.
As a Pro Tour team, you need to convince the organization of a World Tour event that you will add value to their race. Can you compete at a high level? Do you have a star rider in your team? A big name? Have you performed well in the past? It's also common for teams with a strong national connection to get a wildcard for races in their home country.
The playing field for wildcards is quite simple. There's teams that have been around for ages, who regionally have a very strong relationship with a lot of the organizers. Then there's teams that have built up slowly over the last few years and have built up quite strong teams. And then there's a couple of teams that have unlimited funds, it seems, who are able to attract the top level riders of this world.
An emergency podcast. Tom Pidcock joins Q36.5.
Why is Pidcock going to a pro team is a question that's going to be heard a lot.
Parce que cette équipe Tudor, elle compte bien sûr sur Julien Lafilippe, sur Marc Hirschi pour avoir une invitation sur le Tour de France. Autrement, mais il n'y aura pas de Julien Lafilippe sur le Tour de France.
And everybody is doing the same. They're all trying to get those 2 or 3 places for the biggest races of the world.
So, here we're back to business. I know you are all excited and really want to start the season tomorrow. I know you worked pretty hard during the last few months. Now it's time to show our balls.
So coming to 25, there's a lot that changed. There's not that many new riders on the road, but actually behind the scenes there's a lot of changes in terms of staff and organization.
The winter gone quite quickly actually, but it's always good to start again. Yeah, it gets more professional. So like performance-wise, we have a real good performance team now. We have good trainers, and of course also the quality of the riders getting better every year. Adrien, I think it's a lot of climbing. It's like harder than I expected. No. The whole final.
We want to be tour ready at the end of the year, and that means for the whole organization and cycling team that we need to take another big step.
The year before we already made a big step in terms of quantity, but now the focus really is to bring quality as well.
The biggest goal of 2025 is to build towards a team that is capable of riding the Tour de France. So at the end of 25 we hope to have the staff and organization, the budget level and also the potential of riders that can race a Tour de France.
Second one, and then from there it is 4 kilometers until the finish.
Over the past 2 years, we have built a talented team of riders with great potential. All riders came from amateur cycling categories. This winter, things changed. We added 2 athletes to the team with experience at the highest level of cycling. One of them is Odd Christian Eiking.
My name is Odd Christian Eiking. I'm 22. Okay. I'm not 20. I'm 30. My name is Odd Christian Eiking. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Norway, and since this year, I'm a Rocketeer.
Odd Christian Eiking, the Norwegian, the new leader ahead of Guillaume Martin. Roglic is now more than 2 minutes back, and Bernal is now
with
in third.
400 metres to go, Norway's Eiking made his move. Eiking crossed the line to take the stage.
Yeah, so Odd is a really nice guy. He already has a World Tour experience.
Last year I did the Tour de France. Of course, it's the big dream for every professional cyclist. A lot of people, they connect cycling with the Tour de France. So Tour de France is cycling. But it's always leave me, especially with a feeling of
that I can do better. So I hope to go back there and perform.
Ode, who was leader jersey in La Vuelta. So when these guys start to talk, you also show some respect and you know that you can trust them. They know what they are talking about. So for the younger guys, they are like the teachers.
I feel like the dream of the tour is a very good thing here, and I think that motivates everybody a little bit extra. For me, I think that's the word, a lot of motivation, and yeah, we aim high.
So Tour ready also means that we need to be capable of riding World Tour races.
Going to the Tour de France from the Ster van Zwolle to the Tour is a huge step. So between that, we really need to gain some experience in those other races. So that's why it's super important to receive the wildcards.
Sunny skies awaited the start of the proper cycling season. Omloop het Nieuwsblad.
Dag dames en heren, verdomd blij dat het weer koers is.
For the second year in a row, we were aiming for that Omloop het Nieuwsblad wildcard, the kick-off of the cycling season.
Omloop het Nieuwsblad is a symbolic race. The whole winter everybody has been training for this day. All the fans are waiting until the first race of the season.
It's a big cobblestone classic, a race that really suits us.
Last year our request for the Omloop Nieuwsblad was rejected by the organizers.
Ik heb net een telefoontje gekregen van Flanders Classics en we hebben ons natuurlijk aangemeld voor Omloop het Nieuwsblad. Was wel een van de wedstrijden waar we heel graag wouden starten. Maar ik heb wel slecht nieuws.
So obviously we tried again this year.
Ik moet het nog maar zien of dat ook uit deze meeting komt.
Mag ik even een tussenvraag dan stellen? Wat kan de andere reden zijn dat we nu na deze presentatie met dit comité bij elkaar zitten?
Ons vriendelijk afwijzen?
We were all quite nervous. There was some tension in the meeting beforehand.
There's so much time and effort that goes into this and there's never a guarantee.
Ik zal vooral toelichten, denk ik, ook het stuk waar we zijn met de ploeg en welke progressie we hebben gemaakt en welke stappen we nu de afgelopen weken hebben gemaakt.
Those are really the moments that I tend to stress a lot.
Hoi.
Goedemiddag.
Goedemiddag.
Iedereen is er. Goed, we zijn ook compleet, denk ik, aan onze kant.
So the meeting took an unexpected turn pretty quickly.
Omloop. Dat is het topic toch, denk ik. Jullie hadden ons best een veelheid aan ideeën bezorgd, waar wij dan intern zijn doorgegaan. Een aantal opmerkingen bij hebben. Ik denk dat we vandaag moeten proberen van die ideeën zo concreet mogelijk te maken. Het gaat er heel snel zijn.
I think we were somewhat in doubt, like, is this confirmed now?
De aankondiging wildcards, laat gerust weten hoe jullie dat zien.
And then you're like, I think we're there.
Dat we ook, maar dat is even voor de interne brainstorm later het haakje ergens zoeken dat wij natuurlijk ooit begonnen zijn met z'n drieën door de muur op te fietsen. Dat is letterlijk hoe de Tour de Titema is ontstaan.
Ik zie mezelf boven.
En dat je nu met je ploeg. Ja, precies.
Wij allemaal.
I think my first reaction was to stay very calm in that meeting and act like we thought it would happen, but then at the same time send you a WhatsApp message.
With a wildcard for our first Spring Classic World Tour race, that means a lot to us because it's once again a moment we are showing our progress.
Dus wat dat betreft hebben we een mondelinge toezegging vanuit Thomas dat we ons kunnen klaarmaken voor die wedstrijd.
To get one of the big wildcards for the World Tour Classics. As a young team, it's not a given. It's something you need to work really hard for. And I think we did in the right ways.
Ze verwachten wel een bus, dus daar zit nog een uitdaging. Ik weet niet wie goede contact heeft met een verhuurding. Jongens, heb je heel veel nieuws.
Heel mooi.
Lekker dit.
Hello and welcome to the start of the European cycling season. And we begin in Mallorca, starting in Palma Nova with the Trofeo Calvia.
up until Omloop on March 1st, we do a lot of races in Spain and France. These are the races where we can immediately score UCI points if we do a good result.
UCI points are crucial this year. To be considered for a wildcard for a Grand Tour, pro teams must finish in the top 30 of the UCI World Team Ranking. Last year we ended up here, on the 34th place.
Most important one will be the UCI point. We are not Conti team anymore like 2 years ago, or I know it's also sometimes important to show the jersey, go on the podium, but now the target is really to get some UCI points, so we are going to focus on the finish.
I think I should be one of the guys who gets results.
Yeah, very nervous. You never know where you're at. You're super motivated, just ready to put the arms in the air the whole winter. And then you come 1 week before the race and instantly you doubt yourself completely again. Like, oh, how good am I?
Yeah, maybe level-wise I'm a bit further up now. So last year I ended quite on a good level and I started again with that in the winter. So yeah, I'm quite confident about my level.
First race of the season for us, first French Cup of the year. I think it's pretty clear. Everybody got it. Whoops.
Picobello.
I think I need to lose some weight.
Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue. Welcome to France. This is the Grand Prix La Marseillaise, the traditional opener of the French road racing season.
The 2025 season has officially started. A new chapter is about to be added to our boys' book.
Like over the last few years, I think the growth has been something people didn't really imagine on forehand.
You know the history of Tour de Titema. It's like a storybook with a big dream, and now you play a part, maybe the head part, to reach the biggest dream.
Bringing this to the Tour de France is like an ultimate dream. And a few years ago, everyone was doubting us, like, well, nowadays people are asking, like, Tour de France, is it possible in 26? Maybe 27?
I think we need to race the Tour de France within 2 years from now, and I can see that it is a somewhat unrealistic development where it is right now, but I think also the last 2 years have been quite an unrealistic development. So I don't think for us it's impossible.
How will the story end? We don't know. Either we end up celebrating our first Tour de France victory as team owners, or this go all sideways from here. And we all end up sleeping in tents again. 25, it's gonna be another step on the calendar on sportive goals, because we are aiming for top 30 in the UCI ranking, because that's super important for the next steps that we want to make to ride a Grand Tour.
Pressure's a privilege, boys and girls. We're at a high level, we're going for the stars. And of course, we've heard the story already. So let's rewrite the fantasy into history.
Either way, it's going to be one hell of a mission. Subscribe to the Unibet Titema Rockets to follow this story. The next episode will be uploaded in a couple of weeks. Bye bye!